up, y'all? It's DJ Envy.
And I am Gia Casey.
And welcome to another edition of the KC Crew.
Welcome. Hello, beautiful people.
And Happy New Year to you and you.
I miss saying that.
What? Happy New Year?
No.
What?
Hello, beautiful people.
Well, Happy New Year. It is a new year. We want to say Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. I know we missed you guys for a week. We were actually out in Orlando for Christmas.
We had a Disney holiday.
That's right. We took the whole
Universal
family.
Studios and SeaWorld.
We took the whole family to Orlando to Disney. And, let's break it down. First, what we wanted to do was, this is the first year that we didn't spend Christmas at the house. Every year we spend Christmas at the house. So I just want to tell you, by the way, if you hear a noise, our sink was leaking and went out. So the plumber is here right now fixing the sink. So if you hear a little noise in the background, that's what it is. And Mercedes is on vacation. So if a kid runs downstairs, we can't help it. We have no help right now.
There's no one to wrangle.
Nah, there's nobody to wrangle. So what we told the kids to do was, since we weren't going to be here on Christmas, we told the kids to write Santa and say, ask Santa, can he possibly please drop off all the gifts beforehand? So that way they can still celebrate Christmas here, even though we were going to Disney. So the kids wrote Santa a letter, and Santa did come. He came, a week early?
He came on the 17th.
He came on the 17th.
Christmas was on December 17th in the Casey household.
That's right. So we celebrated Christmas on the 17th.
Well, actually, my mistake. Christmas Eve was the 17th.
Correct.
Christmas Day was the 18th. So we were up doing all their presents and everything on the 17th.
That's right. So,
and then they woke up, and then Santa came. At midnight.
That's right.
And dropped everything off.
So we celebrated on the 17th and 18th. My parents came. We catered on the 17th and 18th. The kids opened up their gifts from Santa. Everybody opened up the gifts that we got each other. And it was just a great day. We played Monopoly. We watched TV. We had a great time.
What we usually do on Christmas. Did it really feel like Christmas to you?
It did.
It did, right?
It definitely did.
And you doubted me. He didn't like my idea.
No, it definitely did.
He didn't like my idea. Why don't we celebrate when we get back?
I did.
And I'm like, that's like it's your birthday. My birthday's February 1st. So it's like my birthday's on the 1st. If you don't celebrate the weekend before or the weekend after, if you wait 7 days after my birthday over. It's done. Like, I don't want to celebrate a week after my birthday. Now, if you celebrate a few days before, then you still get the big holiday as well. So this way, it's as though they had two Christmases, one right before and then the big bang on Christmas Day. Right.
So we celebrated Christmas, and then we shot off to Disney. We were in Disney about 9 days, and we had, I know Gia hates when I use this word, but we had an amazing time. Shout out to Grace. Grace is our
travel agent.
Our travel agent that
she's a travel agent extraordinaire.
Yeah, she puts everything together
for us.
So first we got an Airbnb. Now, if you know Gia and I, we usually don't do Airbnbs. Now there's a reason. Usually is for security reasons. We like to stay in hotels because if you look at a hotel, there's so many ways of security, right? Different ways. So you think about it like this: when you walk into the lobby, there's security. Then you have to walk to the elevator and use your key card. That's security. Then when you use your key card in the elevator, you have to go to a direct floor. Another thing is security. Then when you get to the door, it's in the key. So that's 4 ways of security, right? With Airbnb, you just walk into the house. So we really don't usually do Airbnbs, but this Airbnb was in a gated community and the house was beautiful. I posted a video on my Instagram if you want to check it out. It was about 6 bedrooms.
Excuse me.
What?
The video that he posted on his Instagram, I'll take all the heat. I was the videographer.
Yes.
And if you guys follow this podcast, you know that there are like chain smokers out there. I'm a chain chewer.
Yes.
She
sounded like a horse.
I always have gum in my mouth. But I don't chew. Stop. I don't chew with my mouth open. Do I chew with my mouth open? Stop it. Don't do that.
In that video, you might have. It was so damn loud.
No, it's because I was holding the phone. So I guess it was just picking up whatever was going on inside my mouth. My mouth was not open. And yeah, it was loud. It was distracting.
Yes.
It was me. My bad. My bad to everyone who left a comment about, the ghetto videographer that was chewing in their ears.
That was her. That was Gia. But anyway, the house was spectacular. I mean, it was about 6, 7 bedrooms. They have theme bedrooms. So Logan had a room. Madison had a room. We had a bedroom. Um,
Jackson's
Jackson
room.
had like an astronaut type of
It was
futuristic room.
It was like a robot.
Yeah.
It was like a space themed robot.
Bunk beds, two bunk beds.
Yeah, 2 sets of bunk beds.
Mhm.
Each bunk had its own plasma TV. Very, very cool. Like when the kids walked into that room, they were beside themselves. I mean, it was really, really cool. It's meant for people that are coming to Orlando to enjoy Disney. Like
Absolutely.
It's very family themed. The girls, their room was like a woodsy forest theme, like a Hansel and Gretel
Unicorn room
type. Brooklyn doesn't say the word unicorn. She says unicorny. And we won't correct her because we just love the way it sounds.
Absolutely.
That, and she doesn't say his, she'll say hims.
Yes.
And I've instructed all of her teachers not to correct her because we thoroughly enjoy
That's right.
her saying, that's him's pajama. But she calls it a unicorny room. So they had that.
Treehouse, so it was like
treehouse bunk bed.
double
Very,
decker,
very cute. And then the other bedrooms were kind of themed for adults or teenagers or things like that. So it was really nice.
Very beautiful. It had pool table, pool, hot tub, jacuzzi. When you go outside, there was a playground. I don't even think you've seen a playground.
Oh, no, I didn't.
It was a playground. I took the kids out there in the playground. They were able to play every morning.
While I was getting ready.
And they had a movie theater and game room. So the movie theater, and then they had a game room where they had where you could actually drive a car. And they had the video game set up. Beautiful kitchen. They had a grill outside where we grilled. So the house was dope. And what made the house even better was the brothers that actually owned the house actually graduated with me at Hampton University. One was in my year, one was in a year behind me. And I didn't find out until we actually got there. So I didn't know. I had no idea. One of them hit me. And the crazy thing is, one of them wanted me to invest with him. And I don't like investing in people because I always feel like everybody's a scam. No disrespect. So I said, no. And this was one of the projects that he wanted me to invest with him. So he hit me out the blue, like, how are you enjoying your stay? And I'm like, I didn't tell anybody about my stay. And I found out that it was actually his home they invested in his home. So it was great. So shout out to those brothers who they bought a bunch of homes. I think they have 2 houses in Orlando. They have one in Martha's Vineyard. They have all over the country. So it was their home. So house was beautiful, brand new. Everything was top
open
of the line.
concept, very nice, very modern. It kind of made Rashawn decide that he wanted to get a vacation home in Florida.
Definitely want a house in Florida. I don't know what part of Florida yet, but definitely want a house in Florida. Everything was top of the line. Wi-Fi, it had cable. We were watching TV. Everything was great. We hired a chef for one of the nights to cook us food. We went to the local Walmart and just got food for the fridge. So we wouldn't have to pay for Uber. And I cooked on the grill, hamburgers and hot dogs. And they actually had somebody come 3 times to clean up the house. So when we came back from every day of Disney, the house was spotless.
Yeah, they hired a cleaning service for us as a courtesy. It was very nice.
It was very, very dope. So shout out to those brothers. And if you want to check out some of the houses that they own, maybe you want to check it out, it's Getaway Society. We'll put the emails here on the bottom where you can definitely check them out, check out their website, and check out some of their properties. They were very easy to work with, really, really good dudes. And I didn't even know who they were before I got the house. So definitely check them out. We'll put Grace, our travel agent, if you ever want to go somewhere and don't want the hassle. Getaways. Yeah, don't want the hassle of figuring it out yourself. She figures out everything.
She's very thorough.
All you got to do is give you a credit card and she takes care of everything else, right?
She's very thorough. Shout out to Grace.
Yeah, so that was the house. So now, when it comes to Disney, now there's a reason I'm wearing this Rudolph outfit, right?
The Rudolph onesie.
The Rudolph onesie. And I'm going to tell you why, right? Yes. So we go to Disney, and one thing that Gia has that I always have a problem with. There's 2 things, actually. One is she overpacks. Overpacks. So I had a party in Miami the night before. So I DJ'd in Miami, and I met them in Orlando. So I land before them, and I'm waiting actually at, the carousel for the luggage to come down. And I'm starting to pull it back because I know my luggage. I know our luggage.
That's how you start in the new year? Mm-hmm. You're going to complain to them when you didn't even complain to me? So this is the first I'm hearing it. So I can only imagine what you're about to say.
So if you ever watch Coming to America and you see when Eddie Murphy comes and you see all the bags coming, that's exactly how it was. So I'm looking 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 bags
Was
of
it
luggage.
15 bags?
Yes, 15 bags of luggage.
I honestly
And
think that he's
no,
exaggerating.
I'm not. Because when we came...
Did that include the carry-ons?
No, that didn't include the carry-ons. That was
15
just...
bags of packed luggage?
15 bags of packed luggage. It did include the carry-on. Yes, it did.
I was
It did.
literally going to sit here and count in my
No,
head.
it did. It included the carry-on.
Okay.
And the carry-ons were luggage. It wasn't like a book bag with luggage. And 2 strollers. 2 strollers. So now the driver is looking like, how the hell am I going to fit all this shit in my Sprinter?
He fit it.
We fit it. We fit it to the point where it was a stroller in the front seat. It was luggage to the point where if the kids had to get out the Sprinter for emergency, they wasn't going to be able to get out. It was that
They
much
know how to
bags.
climb.
But we got all those bags, right? So we get to the house, and what we do is when we get to the house, we open up the luggage neatly so we can get into the luggage, right? We do that. Another thing that always bothers me about Gia is Gia has an action-packed day. Like, not like, oh, we're going to go to the park from like noon to 5 and that's it. No. 9 a.m. to midnight.
To 11.
11, whatever it is. Damn near midnight. Now, let me explain something. Here, your mic thing drops. I'm going to pick this up for you.
You could have left it.
I
That's
don't want it on
fine.
the floor.
Thank you.
So now let me break it down. The first day was Monday. Where did we go Monday? Universal.
Monday. Well, we got there on Sunday. Mm-hmm. We relaxed, unpacked, grocery shopped and everything. And then on Monday was Universal.
Monday, Universal.
My favorite day.
9 a.m. we go. Boom. Now mind you, you forget how difficult Disney is. At 9 a.m.
Well, Universal is not part of Disney.
Universal, they all the same to me.
So he thinks we're in Disney when we're in SeaWorld.
It doesn't matter. We're all Disney to me. We're at Disney World. 9 a.m. to 11, walking all day long, pushing a stroller with no air in the tire. Why? Because we haven't used the stroller since the last time we were at Disney, and there's no air in the tire.
Well, there's a reason for that, okay? So while I was pregnant with Peyton, we bought everything that we needed for her. And we have a brand new, beautiful stroller. Well, we actually have several brand new, beautiful strollers because we were planning on getting pregnant for a long time. But anyway, I didn't want to pack any of my brand new, beautiful strollers because I didn't want to check any of them. The same reason why I won't buy expensive checked luggage. They throw your stuff around. You look at your luggage. It has gouges, broken, flat tires on the wheel. Like, they just completely disrespect your luggage. So I wanted to bring our old strollers. So that's what we did.
The old stroller from when Jackson and London were kids. So we brought that stroller. We haven't used it since they were kids, so it needed air. So there was no air in the tires. So I'm pushing the stroller with no air in the tires. There's 2 kids in the stroller. I got one on my neck. That was the whole day. We're going on rides. We're walking. Like, Gia is acting like she just didn't have a baby. Like, she's always in the gym. Like, a motherfucker was tired. I ain't gonna front. So
I was good.
She was good. Then Monday night, it starts raining. Like, raining.
No.
Yes.
Oh, on Monday, yeah.
Yes, it started raining. Monday night starts raining. It's raining. And, most people will be like, you know what? We're going to be here another 7-8 days. Let's just come back. No, not Gia. She wants her full time out of her day. She was going to use that full ticket for that day. It's raining. We got ponchos on. We're in the rain. She's getting on rides in the rain. She wants to see shows. It's wet. It's nasty. I'm like, this is crazy.
You got to be a soldier. You got to toughen up.
So that was cool.
Yeah, toughen up.
So now,
you're such a princess. You are such a princess.
I am. So now,
honestly,
Monday is done. We have a great time Monday.
The going gets tough, Rashawn gets going.
Goddamn right. So now, Monday we get back to the house. I look at the weather, and it says Tuesday is going to rain all day. So I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going to stand in the rain all day long. So I told Gia, hey, babe.
That was our Epcot day.
Right. I said, babe, instead of going so early, the rain says it stops at 4 o'clock. Let's go at 2. So she goes, okay. So I'm happy. So now we go at 2 o'clock. And whatever weather app I was reading, whatever radar app, lied. Because it rained the whole day nasty, just as disgusting as the day before. And Gia, again, did not let up. She wanted to go on every ride.
Yes.
Everything possible she wanted to go on.
And then I wanted to see the fireworks.
And then she wanted to see the fireworks. Now, mind you, we done seen the fireworks every night. Monday night, we seen fireworks. Tuesday night, we seen fireworks.
This was Tuesday night.
The dog is barking because the plumber's going in and out. But anyway, Wednesday night we seen fireworks. Thursday night every night we seen fucking fireworks. There's no fucking difference. But she wants to see the fireworks.
But wait. No, what? I'm wrong. Tuesday was our Epcot day, but we were ending the day
at Magic Kingdom
with the Mickey's after hour Christmas party.
Oh.
So it was those fireworks. That wasn't the Epcot fireworks.
I know, but let me tell you.
The Magic Kingdom fireworks.
So we go to Magic Kingdom in the rain. Now we have to get there early so we can get a spot. It's raining. It's nasty. It's wet. It's disgusting. Mickey comes out like, look, motherfuckers. It's raining. I don't want to bust my ass, so we're not doing the show tonight. We'll holler.
They didn't do their song and dance.
Mickey said, fuck that. We're not slipping on this stage.
The stage in front of the castle, they didn't do their
Mickey
big
said,
blowout
fuck
song
y'all.
and dance.
We're not doing none of this shit today. It's wet. Peace. The fireworks are still going to go up, but we ain't dancing. So that's pretty much what happened. So now it was soaking wet. So after the fireworks, because we didn't see the Mickey dance, after the fireworks, we go back to the house.
Hold on, you forget. What about the parade? The parade wasn't worth it?
No, not in the soaking wet. No, it was raining. It was nasty.
The kids enjoyed the parade.
We get back to the house
now,
Tuesday night.
Mind you, we have Peyton out there, right? So we got, one of those little, what do you call those things? Like the baby harness?
Yeah, baby harness.
I had a little baby harness. So I had her inside the harness with the poncho over her. So you couldn't really see her underneath there. But every now and then I would just kind of pull the poncho out and kind of look at her and talk to her and close it back. But she was chilling in there.
Baby Peyton was a trooper. No problems the whole time. She enjoyed Disney, the screaming, the yelling. She was not a problem at all.
She was in her little bassinet.
Chilling.
Taking her naps, waking up, getting fed, go back to sleep, get swaddled. She was good.
So now, Wednesday, we wake up. I feel like shit. I got body aches. Parts of my body's hurting I didn't even know I had. I had chills. I was cold and hot, then cold and hot. I didn't know what was going on. I felt like shit.
You were really lethargic.
I felt like shit.
Yeah.
So, thank God I brought some rapid tests with me. I took a rapid test. It said I didn't have COVID. So I knew it wasn't COVID. I didn't know if it was me running around the park. It was cold.
You seemed like you had the flu, even though we had our flu shots. It seemed like the flu.
I don't know what it was.
Because you had body aches, the chills, all the cold symptoms. It seemed like the flu. Mercedes and Will also.
Yep.
Everybody was on Theraflu, Dayquil, NyQuil. Mm-hmm. Mercedes was on Benadryl. You guys, there's like a whole pharmacy set up downstairs.
Yep.
Oh, so Will is our kids' godmother. Mm-hmm. Their other godmother. They have 2 sets of godparents, so she's one of them, and she's kind of with us right now, kind of like
helping us out,
like nannying in a sense. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Auntie Will is
Auntie Will. Yep. Auntie Will. So she was with us as well. So you might hear us mention her from time to time. So that's who she is.
So now Wednesday was...
We'll post some pictures.
Mm-hmm. So Wednesday wasn't a rainy day. It was a cold day. It was the coldest day that we were there. The high was 58 degrees. So it was 60 degrees. Very chilly. I wear shorts and a hoodie.
Wednesday was...
SeaWorld.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shorts and a hoodie. Now, Gia, mind you, Gia picked out every outfit, so I didn't have to worry about anything. But this day, she had me in shorts and a hoodie.
Which is why I'm a little resentful that you're talking about my packing and how many bags there were, because you didn't have to pack so much as a sock. I pack everything for you, down to the Advil, down to, well, let me leave that out, but down to everything that you could possibly need. I pack it for you every single day of your matching outfits. Everything, but yet you complain. Pairs of sneakers, you don't even
only
know.
Wore 2.
What?
You packed 9 pairs of sneakers, only wore 2 pairs.
Because he was in Miami, so I didn't know which ones you would want to wear. What if I packed a pair of sneakers for you and you're like, oh, those are uncomfortable. Those hurt my feet.
She didn't pack a belt for me?
Because there were no jean days.
How many outfits did I not wear?
There were no jean days. Why would I pack a belt for sweatpants?
How many outfits did I didn't wear?
I don't know. There were several outfits that we didn't wear, but I had just in case outfits.
Yeah,
I had rain outfits, I had hot weather outfits, I had cold weather outfits, I had cool weather outfits, and they all had to be Disney themed. So
of course,
yeah.
So now Wednesday, I feel like I don't want to go to the park, but I have to. Reason being,
that was the reason why we were there.
Well, not only that, Gia goes.
Suck it up.
Gia goes with one kid. I go with the other. Right? Gia usually goes with Jackson. I usually go with London. Right? So I had to go to the park. So I get to the park and
what do you mean we go with different kids?
No, meaning because you go on a ride with a kid and I go on a ride.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So now we get there, and I feel like shit. I'm cold. When I say brick, I am freezing, shivering. So Gia was like, "Yo, go to one of these places and see what you can find." I go to every store.
What did I say? I said,
Disney.
at the very least, you'll be able to find a pair of pajamas.
So I go to every store in Disney.
Hold on. And mind you, it's because he was so convinced that he was going to be warm and he didn't need his extra set of clothes that I packed for him in case it got cold. He was stuff like, "Nah, I'm good." I'm like, you know what? Yesterday was chilly. It was raining. It might be chilly today. It might be raining today. We can't really trust the forecast. Pack that extra set of clothes. Like, let's make sure that we have that. "Nah, I'm good. I'm good. These shorts, I'm good. I'm good." I'm like, you might not be good. You're sick. Let's just, take an extra precaution. "Nah, I'm good. I'm good." He wasn't good. He was bad. He was really, really bad.
I didn't know I was going to be sick. So thank God SeaWorld has these pharmacy machines where I was able to get some drugs. So I got some drugs. Then I look everywhere. I look for sweatsuits, jeans, pants, nothing. The only thing I found that they had was this. They had this in an extra small and this in an extra large. That's it. So me and Logan went and I bought it. I bought it, popped the tag, and I put it on.
Over his outfit.
I'm not gonna lie, this little fuzzy thing saved my life because it was, I looked like a dork running around the park in pajamas. But
there were a lot of people out there with pajamas on, though.
I felt stupid though.
Like matching pajamas, people had them on.
But nobody had a Rudolph the Red-Nosed
no one
reindeer
even looked at you
hoodie.
Like you were crazy.
No. So I bought this and it made me warm, and I guess the medicine took and everything was good after that. And this outfit saved my life because I was cold and this made me feel great. It wasn't super duper expensive. I thought it was gonna be like $120, out of Disney.
Because they get you. It wasn't Disney. It was
It's all the same.
Yeah, they do get you. Like they do get.
Yeah.
But the whole time he was like, "Yo, I don't know what this is made of. Like this is super warm. I feel like it's blocking all of the chills, like blocking all the wind. It must be some. What, baby? See what this is made out of. See what material this is because we might need blankets like this." Because I was like.
Felt good.
Honey.
$39.99. Felt good.
I was like, honey.
$39.99 and felt amazing. So that was SeaWorld, right? And we did, the whole SeaWorld. We seen the orca whales. They tell us about the orca whales, tell us about the dolphins, things I don't really want to know, but it was interesting. All right, cool. That was SeaWorld.
He is not being honest. Why do you always lie to the people?
What?
So, for the whale show, the orca show, it's called Orca Encounter. For the Orca Encounter show, there's like a trivia before they bring the whales out. So everybody in the audience is participating in this trivia where they ask you all types of random questions about your knowledge of whales. Rashawn was so into this trivia. So, wait, I think it's C. And then it was C. See, I told you it was C. See, you know how I knew that? Because when I was in the 8th grade, et cetera, and so forth, I was like...
Maybe you should listen in your 8th grade.
I was like, I got it right too, but it doesn't have to be like a whole conversation or anything. Talking about, oh yeah, that whale show, like whatever. It was I. No, it was I. You was so into it. You answered all 20 questions.
I did.
And when the kids tried to interrupt you to ask you a question, you're like, shh, wait, hold on, I think I know this one. Shushing the kids are like, damn, Daddy, it's only about a whale.
Disney's for me too. But anyway, so we did the orca shows.
It was not Disney.
We did all the rides and we had a great time at SeaWorld. Mm-hmm. Then the next couple of days was all about Disney, which is Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Safari. What is it? Animal Kingdom?
You had no idea where we were, huh?
No,
you just along for the ride?
Yeah, just along for the ride. What was it? Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Safari.
No, Safari. The Safari is in Animal Kingdom.
Oh, so Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Magic Kingdom.
In Hollywood Studios.
So now
Universal Studios and SeaWorld.
Right. So
that's 6 days.
So those 4 were Disney.
Those 4 parks are Disney.
So now
Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Universal Studios.
Okay. So now
No, excuse me, and Hollywood Studios.
Okay. So now we've been to Disney several times. This is like our 4th time at Disney?
Mm-hmm.
Our 4th time at Disney as a family. The first 2 times we were at Disney, waiting on rides.
It was just with Madison and Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting on rides was extremely crazy. So, for instance, Avatar and Star Trek is like Star Wars or Star Trek?
Well, when they were little, Avatar and Star Trek weren't there.
Is it Star Wars now or Star Trek?
It's the new ride is called something the Resistance.
But is it Star Wars or Star Trek? I don't know.
Star Wars.
I'm not a Trekkie. I don't know none of them. I don't know any of them.
It's a Star Wars ride, but it's called something the Resistance.
Right. So let me break it down. The
An Avatar is called Flight of Passage, but it's the Avatar ride.
Avatar, Star Wars, whatever it is.
I'm just being clear in case they want to know.
Both those rides was 3 to 4 hour wait. So if you wanted to take the Avatar, it's a 3 to 4 hour wait.
If you want to take the Avatar?
Well, get on the Avatar ride. Or if you want to get on the Star Trek ride, it's a 3 to 4 hour wait. And that's pretty much, if you get on both those rides, that's your full day. Because by the time you wait on that, you eat, you go to the next ride, you're only getting on 2 rides at Disney. So that's it. That's a wrap.
You might squeeze in one more ride.
No, that is a wrap. So let me explain to you what happened one year when we went to Disney, right? It was the 4 of us. Casey 4 at the time. It was Gia, myself, Logan, and Madison. We went on this ride called Test Track.
Test Track, yeah.
Test Track. So now,
Epcot.
Yeah, so we waited for 2 hours and a half on this ride. Long ass line. Logan wanted to go. Madison wanted to go. Then it started to rain. 2.5 hours on this ride, it started to rain. They canceled the ride. So there is no, here, take a number, come back. No, it's a wrap. You lose it's gone. You're done. That 2.5 hours, you don't get back. That time is gone. Go find another ride. Ever since then, we've always been kind of leery of what we do at Disney and try to plan it out. So now when we go to Disney, we pay for a guide or an escort. The guide, you pay daily, and he takes you or she takes you all through the park. You don't have to wait online. They take you through the back entrance. It's really cool and worth it. And I'm gonna tell you why it's worth it. It is expensive, but the reason I say it's worth it is because I told you before, you go on the Avatar and you go on the Star Trek, you pretty much only get 2 rides. With the tour or the guide, first of all, they know where they're going. So they have a mission. So it'll be like, boom, we go here, then we go here, then we go here, then we go here, we get something to eat, then we double back and go here, 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 here. So every day, instead of getting on 2 rides, we got on about maybe 17, 18 rides a day. No lie.
Yeah.
And if you want to go on the Avatar 3 times in a row, you don't have to wait 3 hours and 3 hours, 3 hours. No, you get on, go back, get back on, go back. And it was the best thing. So for the next 4 or 5 days, we had a tour the whole time. And it really takes off the stress of knowing looking at the map and be like, well, I think Avatar is here. What time is the parade? How much time we got? Well, we got to eat now. It takes that stress off you where you really can enjoy it. And the tour guide, she knows where she's going. She has history of everything that's going on. And the dope thing about the tour guide is what they do is, so for instance, the tour guide in the last 4 or 5 days was
more of an escort.
Yeah, she was a woman, and what Disney does is they find out what she likes. You like video games, you like this, you like that, and then they pair them with your family. So all through the tour, she's connecting with Jackson and connecting with Brooklyn and connecting with London, and she's having a good time, and they're having their own good time, which allows Gia and I to have a little quality time, and it just made life easier. It was the best thing ever. The tour guide started at 10 in the morning and was with us until the fireworks at 11 at night. And
10 o'clock at night.
It was really, really worth it. Anytime I go to Disney and I can get it, I will get a tour guide. And I tell everybody, if you can, make sure you can get it, even if you have to save whatever, but it makes a total difference. Just think about it, like I said, it's a matter of going on 2 rides a day and 19 rides a day. You'll be tired because you're walking around, but it was the most amazing thing. And I really enjoyed Disney. No disrespect, Christmas at the crib is cool. The family comes and it's a little hassle and everybody's stressed out. But Disney, I love it because you can enjoy yourself. You eat and then you go home and then go to sleep and then do it all again. It's nonstop fun. The parks are they have Christmas trees everywhere and lights everywhere. I expected a little more. I'm not gonna lie. I expected a little more.
I did too. See, the reason why we went to Disney is because it's always been my dream to do Christmas at Disney with our family. Now our family's complete. We have all of our kids. London and Jackson and Brooklyn, who are the youngest, they're pretty much at the age where they can start developing memories so that when they're 17, 18, they'll remember. When your children are 2, 3, 4, they don't really remember much. Even 5, they may not have too many memories of being 5 years old, but now Brooklyn at 5 years old and the rest of them at 7, 8 and older, I'm like, this is a good year to do Christmas at Disney. And I always heard that the decorations were incredible and whatnot. And they were nice. There were Christmas trees everywhere and wreaths everywhere. It's not quite what I expected. The Mickey's After Hour Christmas party, I thought was going to be a lot more fabulous, but they had cookies and hot cocoa as much as you can eat and whatnot. So it was all in theme. There was the fireworks, there was the parade, there were the characters that were going around and everything, and that was wonderful. And I had a good time despite the rain.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Despite the rain, but I did think that the decorations were going to be a lot more elaborate.
That I thought was, I didn't necessarily like. I thought it was going to be more, and COVID. For instance, the characters can't be next to the kids. So usually we used to the characters being next to the kids, but now the characters got to be 6 feet away, has to be like a fence in front of it. So it made it seem like a little more of a disconnect. So like we had lunch at the castle with the princess. Usually when we did it with Madison a couple of years ago.
No, when we did it with London Jackson in Brooklyn a couple of years ago.
All the princesses came out.
All the princesses.
They all took pictures.
Every Disney princess
now it's like
came out.
The princess is in the back and you got to take a picture
now
like this.
Now it was only Cinderella. So what he's talking about is a character lunch or dinner called Cinderella's Round Table, where you actually have dinner in the castle at Magic Kingdom. And like you said, couple of years ago, all the princesses came out. This time it was just Cinderella because it's her castle. And she's standing like on a podium, like on a stage where she comes out and she waves and you get to see her. You get to take a picture of her, but the children don't get to take pictures with Cinderella. And it really kind of sucked all of the fun out of Cinderella's Royal Table. Because when we did it before, I mean, they couldn't even eat because every 2 seconds, a different princess was coming to the table where they'd get up and I'd be like, is that really Jasmine? I'm like, that's really Jasmine. Is that really the princess from the frog? Tati, is that really Princess Tatiana? Yes, that's really her. That's the real Princess Tatiana. They would get so excited and take the pictures and everything. And this time it was just like...
Yeah, so and the same thing with Mickey Mouse and the Mickey dinner and the Mickey lunches. It was the same.
Yeah, because if you've ever planned a Disney vacation, you know that especially if you have little ones, that the character lunches and dinners and even the breakfast, like the breakfast at the Contemporary, what's it called? It's like a Mickey breakfast at the Contemporary. The character breakfasts are like a big thing, because your kids really feel like they're meeting all of the Disney characters. And some of these dinners and lunches, you have to book a year in advance because they get booked like that. So Cinderella's Royal Table, Mickey's breakfast at the Contemporary, and a bunch of other ones that they did. Like I booked these things a year ago, but it's a big deal.
Yeah, no, a huge deal. And the kids didn't get that connection because of COVID. You had to be far away. Yeah. So that's the thing. When you go to Disney now, you have to wear a mask when you go inside. Not when you're outside. When you're outside walking around, they don't care. But when you go inside, you have to have a mask on. On a lot of the rides, you have to have a mask on if it's indoors. The one thing I would say about Disney, that if I was Disney, I would change, but I thought was pretty cool. After the third day, we realized that Disney doesn't care what you bring in, meaning you could bring in snacks, you could bring in Capri Suns, you could bring in fruit punch, you could bring in sodas, you could bring in waters, you could bring in candy. We was like, F that. We packed the bag and we brought our own snacks. F the $13.99 sodas, we had our own water, sodas, all that. That was
you weren't complaining about that stuff that I packed.
No, it wasn't.
All the snacks and the fruit roll-ups and the fruit by the foots and the little gummies and then the little gummy, what are the graham crackers that are shaped like the little bears?
Oh, Teddy Grahams.
Teddy Grahams, or little Teddy Grahams. You didn't complain about all of that.
These little Nutella snacks. So that was, so the trip was really, really great. I mean, we had a great time. The kids had a wonderful Christmas. And then we came back home. All right. We came back home. Now we left when we came, like I said, we went to Orlando with 15 bags. We came back with 17 bags, right? How? I don't know, but we did. Now, when we got back, this was kind of embarrassing. So when we got to Disney, we got, we went to the store and we bought everything. You name it that we would need in that house, from garbage bags to fruit punch to hot dogs and hamburgers. I open up the luggage trying to find some underwear.
This is what I was sitting here like, what is he talking about? Like, what is he about to say? You know, you're the worst.
El Cheapo.
I cannot stand you.
El Cheapo.
I can't. It was a new year. We're supposed to be having a clean slate, and this is what you do.
El Cheapo. I open up the luggage, and there's Fruit Loops popping out the luggage. I'm like, why? Who packed Fruit Loops? Gia was like, I'm not leaving this food in Orlando. No way. Gia packed the Fruit Loops, the fruit,
I did not pack any fruit. Why are you lying? There was no fruit. There was no fruit.
The juice, the water, the liquor she packed.
That we bought?
She packed the trash bags. Now, mind you, I only bought a box
of hefty trash bags.
It was only a box of 10, and we used like 6 of them. Gia was like,
"That is not true.
Gia
was
like, I'm not leaving this for the next family." She packed the 4.
Not for the next family. They couldn't leave that for the next family because of COVID. If I could have left it for the next family, I would have left everything.
Gia took the potato chips. I mean, it was so much food in that bag.
That's not true.
Like, what?
I didn't take the potato chips. I did take the fruit roll-ups and all the snacks and
the
cookies.
Garbage bags.
I did take the garbage bags, but it was a whole roll of garbage bags.
And then she asked me, how did you know I took that? Motherfucker, I looked at the bag and there was garbage bags there and candy and soda and all. I'm like, what? She took everything back with her. Everything back. El Cheapo took everything back.
I took the Kraft mac and cheese and the Velveeta mac and cheese and the Aunt Annie's mac and cheese that we bought.
She packed the bread to come back.
I did not pack bread. Why are you lying? I didn't take bread and fruit. Okay? I did not take bread and fruit.
We packed everything back.
But you know what? I did do that. You didn't know. Because the car service that we used, so we had, what were those? What were those vehicles that we were in? They weren't Sprinters.
It was Sprinters. And
some of them were Sprinters.
They were they were like big trucks. They weren't Sprinters.
They weren't trucks. They were like vans.
They were like conversion. They weren't really conversion vans. They were like
a bus, a van, and a Sprinter had a baby.
There you go. Perfect way to describe it.
They were very nice.
Yeah, perfect way to describe it.
So the day that we were leaving, I don't know what happened. They couldn't get to our Airbnb in time to pick us up. What was the reason?
Traffic.
So they couldn't get, they said that Christmas holiday, even if you're flying domestic, you needed to be at the airport 3 hours in advance. So I wasn't playing with getting left in Orlando, especially with all the bags packed and my whole family ready to go. So we got like 3 Uber XLs or 4 Uber XLs to get all of us to the airport. So a lot of those snacks, like the perishables, you don't know, but all of the unopened fruit punch, all of the unopened waters, all of the chips and all of that stuff, I packed all of it up and gave it to the Uber driver.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, because they're just going to, when they clean, they have to throw that stuff out because of COVID regulations. And I'm like, this stuff is going to get thrown out. So let me pack all this stuff. So when I got into the Uber, I'm like, listen, this might seem strange, but we have all this food that I don't want to go to waste. Would you be interested in taking it? He was so grateful. He's sitting there rummaging through everything. He's like, oh, this is my favorite.
Oh, yeah?
Juice is my favorite juice. Oh, my wife loves this. I'm like, okay, good. So now you can take it. Listen, I'm not a wasteful person. Yes, I am frugal, number one. I'm very frugal. But for me, the worst thing is to be wasteful. I don't like to be wasteful in this world, especially not with food. Rashawn is just a creature of convenience. Anything that's convenient for him, if it's convenient for him to throw it away, he's going to throw it away. Like he'll go through his closet and get rid of a bunch of clothes and shoes and whatnot, because for him, he really does go by that rule. If you're not wearing it, or if you haven't worn it in the past 6 months, get rid of it. And he'll do like a closet cleansing every so often. And he's ready to just get rid of it. I'll go in his car and I don't know, because he might sneak and throw it in the trash. I don't trust him. So I'll go in his car and I'll take it and then I'll find somebody to give it to, or I'll give it to the Goodwill. But usually I like to find somebody to give it to, because this way, if I handpick who I'm giving things to, I know that's going to be put to good use and it's not going to be wasted. But yes, I'm not wasteful.
Yeah, no. Gia likes to, what happens is I get so much free stuff. People give me so many things. And a lot of times, I'm not going to lie, some of the materials that they make is cheap. So after you wear it once and you wash it, it can fit my 7-year-old. So I like to get rid of it. And I have to get rid of it because what usually happens is I don't get rid of it, or I put it in a bag, Gia pulls it out the bag, and then it winds up back in my closet. So I like to get rid of it. But it is good. Gia likes to definitely do that. But I just want to say Disney, we had an amazing time. And we just like to tell you about some of the trips that we do because a lot of people ask all the time, how was Disney? What did you do? Where did you stay? What did you wind up doing? And I tell people all the time, a lot of times you look on Instagram and I see, people popping bottles and they in the club and they throwing dollars or they got that Christian Dior shirt on or that Gucci shirt on that costs a lot of money or that ill bag. And I tell people all the time, that's all cool, but if you take that money that you would spend in the strip club buying bottles or buying expensive bags or expensive shoes or expensive shirts, and you put that towards that trip like that, like I was telling you about that, your kids are having an amazing time. And I tell people that all the time. I mean, I was stupid. I bought a lot of that stuff as well, but I don't know. I don't anymore. And I'd rather invest it into that because those memories that those kids have is it's like no other. And especially with COVID, with people dying and people losing people and people being sick. We really try to spend a lot of time with family. Even New Year's Eve, which is a big night for me. I had 3 shows and we canceled them. I was kind of upset because New Year's Eve would have paid for Disney, but canceled them because COVID was so high and we have a newborn. And I just want to spend time with the family. And that's what it's all about. And that's what, moving into resolutions, which we ended with, is that was my main resolution. One, to make sure that I'm even closer to God than I've been. That means speaking to God more and not just when I need things and not just when his shit is fucked up and like, God, help me out of this situation, but just saying how grateful and thankful and spending more time with family. That's the main thing I want for this new year. Just more quality time, more kissing time, more hugging time, more playing Monopoly and air hockey and watching movies and getting massages and giving massages to my wife, of course, and things like that. That's what I want in the new year. We're blessed. We're doing well in every other aspect, but those are what I want to focus on. I mean, you can always make money, you can always lose money, but once you lose that family member, that friend, that child, that father, that mother, that cousin, that aunt, you don't get that back. So for my new year, my resolution is to make sure that I'm able to spend more time with my family, enjoy those moments, stay off of the phone. We were in Disney and, usually I'd have posted a zillion and one pictures, but I'll post it when I get back because I wanted to live in that moment. I wanted to enjoy that moment. I wanted to, be on that roller coaster and feel that and take, Jackson on his first roller coaster, which we have to tell you about, and see those memories. Like those are the things that the kids will never forget, Yeah, I bought him a air hockey table. He might forget that in 10 years, but he won't forget his first time on the roller coaster. He won't forget the feeling of seeing,
because he was finally tall
the
enough.
Fireworks. Yeah, because he was finally tall enough. So those are the things. And before we get into your resolutions, so Jackson is like me and London is like Gia, meaning London is a daredevil. She got on every roller coaster that she could.
Everyone that she was tall enough
Hands up.
for.
Hands up. She didn't care if it went loop-de-loop, side to side, upside down. Hands up the whole time.
What's the name of that?
Did not care.
What was the name of the
Velocity.
It's not called, but you kept calling.
What's it called?
There's a new-ish ride in Universal Studios called, I think it's called the Velocicoaster.
Velocicoaster.
The Velocicoaster.
Now that roller coaster
that's a doozy.
It's fast. It goes upside down. It goes sideways. It almost looks like it goes in the water. So Jackson, this is the first time that they were able to get on those type of rides. And Jackson went on with Gia. London went on with me.
Because I needed to hold Jackson's hand and London needed to hold Rashawn's hand.
That's pretty much it. When we got off that ride, now mind you, the ride goes upside down, I think 3 times, spins side like 3 times. Jackson almost shit his pants.
No.
He couldn't speak. No. It wasn't like a joke, like.
We're not saying that for dramatic effect.
No. He really
couldn't. The kid couldn't speak.
Like he was like, his heart was like, you could see his heart beating through his chest.
Like, I swear I saw his shirt vibrate. And I felt his chest and his heart was like, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, Jackson, are you okay? He was just like, I was like, Jackson, are you okay? He was like, I'm like, speak, baby. He's like, like, you can't talk? He was like the look of shock and awe on his face was very unexpected for me because it was over at that point. I expected him to be scared before getting on the ride. He was still scared after the ride.
Yeah, no, it shocked the ish out of him to the point where if he wanted to leave, at that point he was like, you know what, I want to go home. How do I get back to Jersey? Like that type of thing. But his experience on it, I mean, he'll never do that ride again. But
we did that ride 4 times.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, London did it 4 times like
please,
this.
Can we do it again?
Yeah, like
hands up.
London
and that ride was like one of those rides that you want to hold on to because it vibrates. You know those rides that if you put your head back, it can give you a headache, that you kind of lean forward a little bit so that you can kind of ride the ride without that vibration on your skull? This kid had her hands up. I'm like, yo, you're my daughter for real.
Yeah, she was like, can I go one more time? I'm like, nah, I ain't going no more times, bro. That's it. You want to go with your mom? Me and Jackson gonna sit in the car.
It was so crazy that you guys wanted to go on Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So they left us and Logan had a cast on. And the people that created the Hulk, they made a rule that if you have a cast, you can't go on that ride. So Logan couldn't go on the Hulk. So myself, not Madison, London, and Logan, we all went on the Velocicoaster one more time while they left and got on the Hulk. And then we had to meet up afterwards.
Yeah, so just
but that ride is...
And Jackson is 7 years old, so he was freaked out. But
yeah.
he did it. London is 8. She went on all
Wait, did he go on the Hulk? He didn't go on the Hulk,
he didn't go
right?
on the Hulk. And Brooklyn went on every roller coaster that she could.
She's a mini-me in the making.
Yeah, she did not. She had her hands up the whole time, too. She is a trooper. It was good. The kids really, really enjoyed it. So now, what are your New Year's resolutions? I told the world mine. What are yours?
I don't have too many.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have too many. I'll start small. Again, I want to be a better friend to my friends. I love my friends dearly. I only have a handful of people in this world that I call friends. Those people that really, really show up for you. And, when times are tough, they really make themselves present. And you know that they are your friends. And I have all of the people I consider friends are like, they're all good eggs. And I want to be a better friend to my friends. Having had 5 kids, now having 6, and a very demanding, attention-starved husband, I don't have that much time to pour into my friendships because I am a family woman. Like, I am all about my family, and my family is my entire world. So I'm one of those people that, my friends will call and say, hey, you want to go out on a Friday night? We're going here. Let's go here. Let's make plans. And, the first thing that I'm thinking is then I got to get ready. I got to leave my family. What does London have going on that day? What does Logan have going on that day? Is Madison back from college that weekend? Because I always prioritize my family. And that is great. But I do need to make a little bit more wiggle room for my friends. I have to be better with returning texts and phone calls and emails and things like that. And the reason why I don't is because when I'm home with my family, I like to be present with my family. When I'm in this house, I am not one of those people that's constantly on my phone. My single friends or my friends that might have a boyfriend or a husband but don't have kids yet, you text them within 4 seconds, my text screen is bubbling because they're returning a text. You text me, you might get a reply 2 hours later, 2 days later, because I'm just not on my phone like that. If I'm out, then yes. It's usually because I'm checking to see if my kids are texting me or something like that. So I want to be better with being responsive and making myself more physically available for my friends. When it comes to being a mother, I just always strive to be the best mother I possibly can. I'm already very patient, but I want to be even more patient, I'm always present, but I want to be even more present. I'm very communicative with my kids, but I want to be even more communicative. And I want to spend more time doing things with them. Not as though we don't, but I just feel as though we can always there's always potential to become self-actualized, which is where you become the very, very, very best version of yourself. I don't know if any of us ever actually reach that point, but it's the pursuit of it that makes us better individuals. So every year, a lot of my resolutions will be the same because I'll always be in pursuit of being my best self. And when it comes to you, my sweet little baby, I want to pay a lot more attention to your needs.
Okay. What does that mean?
We'll get into different levels of communication. It can be a conversation, it can be a disagreement, or it can be an argument. And I'm a very reciprocal type of person. I firmly believe in you get what you give. And if I feel like I'm not getting in a particular area, then I'm not willing to give, or I'm not that willing to give. But as I'm growing and maturing, and we all are, on a path of maturing, you can always be more mature or more cognizant, more present in your life, right? And as time goes on, I realize that I don't have to be that reciprocal. I can take a situation, and if you aren't giving what I want to be given, I can still give of myself in hopes that maybe that example might influence you or make you want to do better in that particular area. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I can not always base my action on being responsive. I can be more proactive even if I'm not particularly happy in that situation. And, just because we're women doesn't mean that we can't lead, you know? A lot of times we wait for men to lead or for men to be the precedent or for men to set the tone. And I feel that I don't have to behave as though, I'm the one without all of the testosterone. I can do those things and it might have an impact on you and make you want to be better for me. None of us are perfect, and I don't need to treat you as though you're expected to be perfect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you're flawed, I hope that you have grace with, if you're flawed, I want to have grace with you the same way that I would hope that you have grace with me where I'm flawed, So that is my biggest resolution when it comes to our relationship. I just want to be the best wife to you that I possibly can be because you are a wonderful husband and you wake up every day thinking about how you can make my life better, my life easier. And I have a wonderful life. And a big part of it is because of the love that you pour into this relationship. And I want you to know how appreciative I am of you and all of the efforts that you make because I can have all the time in the world and all the ability in the world, and you'll still come home and you would have been at a show, you would have done the Breakfast Club, you would have had interviews after work, you would have had to run errands, you would have had to take meetings, you would have to, be doing things for a car show, doing things for a seminar, looking at real estate properties, and then you'll still come home and say, babe, are you hungry? And I might say yes. And then you'd be like, well, I was thinking about you. I got you some food while I was out, and bring up a tray with something that was completely unexpected with my straw and my napkin and whatever condiments I might have wanted and my 2 drinks and my solo cup filled with ice, everything just the way that I like it.
But you know what? What most people don't understand is I think people take motherhood as light, right? I think they do. No. I think they do. And especially having a newborn, you're waking up every 2 hours, you're feeding, and especially through the night because you take that's your baby. So you make sure you have that baby. You let me sleep. You know that I got to go to work. And not to mess up your resolutions and things that you want. So about a week ago, maybe it's 2 weeks now, Gia went to the city with Madison. Madison, Gia, and London went to the city, and I had to hold the fort down. So I had Jackson, I had Brooklyn, and I had baby Peyton. Baby Peyton was going through a constipation phase where she was very aggy, very, very aggy. She had to poop. She couldn't poop. It was just a lot. And they left her with me. Gia left at about 8 in the morning. And I thought she was going to be gone for a couple of hours, maybe to noon. Gia didn't come back to 9 p.m.
I went to the city to organize Madison's apartment because she had a big furniture delivery that day. So I wanted to go and meet the furniture delivery people and make sure that everything was put exactly where it was supposed to be put. I measured for everything, so I just wanted to make sure it was right. And then I wanted to reorganize her entire apartment, all of her clothes, refold everything, rehang everything. So that's why I was there.
Yeah, so I had to hold down that fort. And when you talk about stressed, I mean, every 2 hours, the baby up. But it wasn't a regular 2 hours. So the baby's cranky because the baby can't poop. So I'm trying to make sure she's good. Then when she finally gets to sleep, Brooklyn knocking on the door. She comes in and she asks me something that's not too important. It could be like, Dad, why do I have pajamas on right now? Something like that. So then she leaves. Then I finally get the baby to sleep.
It's only 2 o'clock.
And Jackson walks in the door and he asks a question about some video game or he's watching. Or, matter of fact, Jackson's whole thing, he could be watching something and one of them say a curse. And then he wants to tell you the curse that they said. Now, he does this at least 36 times a day. Yeah. But the curses are like freaking, no, not fucking, freaking, oh gosh.
No, oh God. Because oh God.
No, he says gosh too. Gosh,
he comes gosh. And tells you for an oh gosh.
Shoot. Things like that. So he'll come. So now.
Well, we have a list of curse words in our house. Then we have a list of bad words. So curse words are, traditional curse words. And then, oh shoot, oh my God, which we don't say.
Stupid,
the F word,
dumb,
which is
idiot, all that.
The 3-letter F word that I don't like, which is fat, idiot, dumb, stupid, things like that. Those are bad words. So the kids are not allowed to say those words.
Right. So all throughout the day, he's knocking on the door, telling me these words.
Dad, the show that I'm watching on YouTube said frick. Am I still allowed to watch it?
Yes. And now the baby's about to sleep, and then she wakes back up. And it got to the point where finally, the baby fell asleep, and I fell asleep. And I'm like, yes. Then my phone rings. It's Gia. Babe, why are the kids FaceTiming me talking about they're fighting? So now these kids are fighting. And not just
Jackson
fighting.
And Brooklyn.
Man, they're putting hands on each other fighting. Right?
Yeah.
So the baby's up now because Gia just calls me and I lose it. I yell at everybody in this house. I yell at the walls. I yell at London. I yell at Brooklyn.
You're going to leave out the part Jackson. Where you had an attitude with me?
I just had an attitude with everybody. Because it got to the point where I'm like, I finally got this baby to sleep. I'm finally closing my eyes for a second. And then you're going to wake the baby up. They want to call.
Like I'm supposed to know that the baby was asleep.
But I yelled at everybody. I did not care. It was one of those things. I'm sweating. The baby's looking at me like, what's up, Nick? What you got next? And I'm tired. It got to the point where, the old
dance,
thing.
Dance, mother trucker, dance.
You know that thing where it's like, what they say? Put a little vodka in the baby's milk. I almost put vodka in the baby's milk.
You better had a vodka Benadryl cocktail.
Look, it got to the point I was going to give a CBD oil, whatever I had to do to get this baby to calm down. And I just had to breathe. I had to breathe and get myself together. And as a dad, I had to be like, I got this. And then I calmed down. I called Gia back. I apologized. I apologized to the kids. I put them on punishment for like 30 minutes. I took them off punishment. I made them hug. And I was just able to relax. And that's what I did. And after that, me and the baby bonded and we were good.
But now did you see where my New Year's resolution came into play?
Yeah, absolutely.
That day? Because typically, had Sean had an attitude with me on the phone, I would have reacted very, very differently. What would my reaction have been?
You'd had attitude too. I
would have at least had an attitude.
You might have spent the night in the city with Madison.
It's like, very likely. Like, oh, word? You want to have an attitude with me because you're just now realizing that you have a newborn? How about you keep that newborn for an additional 24 hours because you're on vacation and you can. But instead, I said, woosah, let me just chillax. He's stressed. He hasn't had the baby for a full day by himself or a full hour by himself up to that point. So let me just let him live. Let me get off the phone amicably and wait for him to call back and apologize, because I know as soon as he gets to his senses, he will. He will. And I even said to Madison, I was like, Dad's going to call back in about 30 minutes and apologize.
Yes.
She was like, you think so? I was like, yeah. Oh, because when you was losing your mind, I had you on speaker. So London was like, what's wrong with Daddy?
Yeah, I was.
Madison was like, what's wrong with Daddy? Delivery people were like, what's wrong with Daddy? And I'm just kidding. That's what people were there.
But so shout out to all the moms, especially with newborns. Like, so I mean, the house was it was crazy. Then every second, I'm hungry. I just cooked you something. Why you hungry again? And so it was a lot. So, but we made it through. They had a good time. Me and the baby have a bond that's past no other.
You bonded with her that day.
Yeah, man. Me and the baby good. Like she lays right on Dad's chest, and she be cool now. We good money now. I know exactly what she needs, what she wants. I know when to rock her. The other day, he was like, "Babe, I know you're tired. I know you're whatever. I'm gonna give you a massage." She was like, "I'm gonna take a shower, take care of the baby for a second, and when I come out, I'm gonna give you a massage." So I was like, "Bet." Gia gets out the bathroom, and the rocker. What was the rocker doing?
The rock?
The bassinet.
What do you?
I had the bassinet on like 100. The bassinet was like this.
No, wait, okay. So we have this bassinet. New moms, tell me if you know what I'm talking about. It's a 4 Moms. That's the brand.
You can sleep in my bed. Go lay in my bed.
You can go on our bed, sweetie. Okay,
all right, you can sleep
go
in
on
my
our
bed.
bed, sweetie. Oh, I love you. You sweet little baby. You sweet little baby.
Look ahead, the rocker.
So the brand is 4 Moms, and it's a bassinet, and the bassinet has different settings. You can put it on, I think it's car ride, kangaroo, tree swing, like different movements that the bassinet can replicate, and then you can add music, choose a couple of different songs, and the volume, okay? So typically, I put Peyton on car ride, and there's 5 levels. I usually put her on level 2. When I looked at that baby in that bassinet, that bassinet was on level 5. The music was cranked, and I think it's like womb noises. Womp, 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 womp.
That baby was like this.
It was like womp, 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 womp.
She baby was not ruining my massage. I was like, this baby is not moving.
You are not ruining my massage.
You're not ruining my massage. Baby was like,
you was like, stay asleep. If I know what you know.
Gil was like,
no, if you know what I know, you gonna stay asleep.
Gil was like, you'll give her a whiplash. I'm like, she be all right. She be all right. Get to my massage though. And what happened during that whole massage?
That baby was asleep.
That's right.
You must have said a prayer.
I said everything.
You must have said a prayer before that massage. Because that baby.
It was a great night.
Has never. How great was that night?
Amazing.
How was your massage?
What part of it? But anyway, that's for a different story. But I just want to say thank you guys for riding with us. You want to finish your New Year's resolution?
I guess he doesn't care. I don't think he really cares about the rest of my resolutions. Clearly.
He
trampled all over my resolutions.
I was thinking massage. I wanted to go back upstairs and get one now, but go ahead.
And then you just want to close out the show. But no, it's okay. That was that's my major massage. I want to be a better wife to you, and I want to show more grace. Mm-hmm. I want to show more grace because I know that you have a lot on your plate. You have it all on your plate. Mm-hmm. You have, work on your back. You have a wife on your back. You have 6 kids on your back. You have our future on your back. So I know that it would be the right thing to be just a lot more open to the idea of letting things go. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not very good at letting things go, so now don't get any ideas. Don't try to take advantage because, this is my resolution. But yeah, I want to be more graceful towards you and just not be as reactive, be more proactive and make sure that you have everything that you need as a man, as a husband, as a father, and make sure that you're as happy as you try to make me.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate that. And I look forward to a great 2022.
And I also want to make sure that you know how appreciative I am of all of the little things that you do. Because to you, they may be little, but to me, they're very, very big. You
I
know,
appreciate that.
like I had a sore throat, excuse me, that's been semi-recurring actually. But I had a sore throat for maybe 2 weeks leading up to giving birth to Peyton. And I mean, it's probably I've I very rarely get sick. Very, very rarely. I had food poisoning twice. That was probably the sickest I'd ever been in my life, both of those times. Once when I was in college, once when I was pregnant with Madison. And this time with this sore throat was probably the third sickest I've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had the flu. I don't really get colds or anything too often, but I had this miserable, miserable sore throat. And I had laryngitis for maybe 3 or 4 days. I lost my voice. I couldn't even talk. Like I got to a point where I was literally like writing to members in my family. It was really, really bad. My throat hurt. I felt like I had a big sore gumball. It was just really, really bad. But he really took care of me. Like he really took care of me. He was constantly making me tea, constantly getting me meds. He would rub my back. He would rub my shoulders, give me foot massages, like you name it. He was doing all of those little things. He'll take my car and fill up my car with gas. He'll come home with different things. He'll get me little gifts. Like he's just so thoughtful and romantic and you're proactive, you know, you always put your best foot forward. And I do as well, but I feel as though you're a lot more romantic than I am, you know, and you find ways to let me know exactly how much you love me. And I am so appreciative of that because you do things that a man in your position with everything that you have going on should never do. And for most men would never do. So I want to make sure that you feel appreciated.
Okay.
So those are, and I mean, not that I don't do it, but I want to do it more. Those are more of my New Year's resolutions.
I look forward to a great 2022. I'm excited.
Are you really?
I am.
Yay.
I love you.
I love you too.
I don't want to mess up your lipstick.
I don't mind.
We'll get some.
Me too, baby.
Also, don't forget, make sure you pre-order our book, all right? Real Life, Real Love. It comes out in April. You can pre-order it right now. We're trying to make it a #1 seller. We want to get it to the world. So make sure you pre-order it. It's a perfect gift for your mama, your baby mama, your daddy, your baby daddy, your grandpa, your grandfather, your friend. We talk about
Your grandfather
everything.
might not be interested. Your grandfather might not be interested.
He might be. All right. So just make sure you pre-order it. You can go to Barnes & Nobles, Amazon Books. You can go to Abram Books and just pre-order the book. We talk about everything relationship-wise. So if you're in a relationship, you're dating somebody, and you want to know not what not to do, this is a great book for you. If you want to know what to do, this is a great book for you as well. We share our journey. So hopefully you don't have to hit some of the speed bumps that we hit, or you get to see some of the things that we've been through, and maybe that can help you out with your relationship. We're completely honest. We're vulnerable. We talk about everything. So make sure you pre-order the book. And yes, Gia and I will be going on tour. We will be going on the road. So hopefully we'll get to hit a city close to you. COVID or not, we will be on the road. COVID light, rises again. We'll just have on some masks, but we will be. So definitely pre-order the book. The cover is out now. So post the cover again. When you do post it, tag us. A lot of people I've been seeing, you don't tag us. If you don't tag us, I can't repost. So tag us, please. And we'll repost the book. We're appreciative. We're grateful. We're thankful. And definitely pick up the book. And
it comes out in April.
Comes out in April. Which will be, right around the time of our anniversary, which is the first week of May, second week of May. It'll be our 21st anniversary. It's supposed to come our 21st. Okay. It was supposed to come out on our 20th anniversary, but because of COVID, we pushed it back a year. But pre-order the book again. Real Life, Real Love. Get it. And then when we come to your city, we'll sign it for you. And we just want to say thankful. We're grateful for all you guys. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm DJ MV.
And I am Kia Casey.
And that was another edition of the KC Crew.
Doodles.